actually spoken about fear before. Fear. The 2 D's of fear. Who loves the letter D? Get your head out of the gutter. Hey guys, Purtle here. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are coming back, hi. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So I'm just sitting here at the beach on a glorious Wednesday morning. I've just done some cardio, which is a great time. I watched the sunrise, which was glorious. Check this out. And I was just sitting here pondering life and thinking about the word fear and the meaning that we place on fear and how we allow fears to control our life, essentially. So we all have fears. We're never not going to have fears, but it's how we deal with those fears that makes us either a champion or not a champion. So one prime example, and I'm going to keep her name anonymous because I'm not sure she'd like me to share this in such a public forum, but a client of mine set a 10-week goal to complete a triathlon. She'd done a team one, and then she did the short distance, and now she's doing the medium distance. And so she's really nervous about that goal. She's scared about the swim because swimming is not her strong point. And so essentially she allowed her fear to literally control everything. Because she was so nervous about this goal, she actually stopped training, because in her mind she's like, well, if I don't train then I won't be fit enough, and then if I'm not fit enough I actually have a genuine excuse not to commit to doing that triathlon. So she allowed her fear to deter her from achieving her goal. So the 2 D's of fear are deter or drive. So we had a call, as we do, and what she was saying is that she hasn't been in the pool, she hasn't been training, she hasn't been on her bike, she hasn't been for a jog, because she's so scared about not being able to achieve this goal that she just hasn't been training. So she's literally used her fear to paralyze her and to deter her from committing. And that's not uncommon. That's just one example of how people allow fear to control their life and hold them back from undertaking actions that they know that they should be doing. So the 2 D's of fear are deter or drive. And it's up to you how you decide to utilize your fears. So if you choose option 1, deter, you literally allow your fears to paralyze you. You don't commit to actions. You allow your emotions around that fear to control your actions, and as such, you just don't commit because you're nervous of a potential outcome. Now the thing about being nervous of a potential outcome is it's in the future and you have no concept of what's actually going to happen in the future. The second option you could take is to allow it to drive you. So take my client's example, and the discussion that we had was, this triathlon is in 12 weeks, sorry, this triathlon is in 10 weeks, right? And you're nervous about the potential outcome of you not being able to swim the 750 meters. But first of all, if you're not training, you won't be able to do it. Second of all, you don't actually know what the next 10 weeks, it's a long time, you don't know what the next 10 weeks is going to bring in terms of your fitness levels, and as such I can guarantee you that you'll be able to swim the 750 meters. And third of all, if you can't, just doggy paddle the rest of the way, or stop and tread water and continue when you can. It's a triathlon to challenge yourself, it's not a triathlon to become the next Olympian. So we turned the conversation around where she hadn't trained for 2 weeks and she was allowing her fear to overcome her and control her actions. We then flipped that and I said, let's use that fear as a driving force. You feel like you can't complete that swim, so let's use that fear to get you in the pool. So if you don't get in the pool, you may not finish that swim, right? So using your fear as a driving force to commit and to then succeed. Too often people allow their fears to control their life, and that gets us nowhere. If we're consistently allowing our fears to control everything that we think, everything that we say, everything that we do, if we're second guessing ourselves because we're worried about what people will think, if we're scared of judgment, we're not actually living our lives because we're not being authentic within what it is that we actually want to do. So, are you going to allow your fears to deter you from committing, or are you going to use those fears to drive you and to encourage you towards challenging yourself and undertaking all of the stuff that you actually want to do? I know which option I choose. I hope you choose the same. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. If you like this, please give it a like, please give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. If you'd like to get in contact with me, my details are in the description link below. Please leave a comment if you have one or you have any future suggestions for future videos. Let a sister know. Alright, Kate Purtle out, health and good vibes.